Hey folks, it's Johnny Flynn. It's 9:22. We had a nice Dominic Rapini event last night, and tonight is Themis's night in Hamden. Tickets are $100 a head. Contact me, and I'll send you the link over Anadot. But finally, there are articles coming out which you need to read, which demonstrate what happened when Trump came into his election, and after leaving, how crime went up. So this is an interesting statistic. It clearly demonstrates what the policy changes of the Biden administration are doing. So let me put it on screen larger so you can read it. Let me get rid of myself. Here we go. If you look here, U.S. Border Patrol criminal non-citizens arrests in 2016 during Obama were 12,842. That's quite a bit. Now, Trump takes office in 2017. The number falls to 8,531. Why? Because he was bent on closing the border and prosecuting criminal activity. In his second year in office, the number fell to 6,699 or 98 non-citizens arrests at the border. And if you go down, you can see what the arrests were for. Homicide, manslaughter, drug possession. Look, 1,797 arrests for drug possession. Illegal entry, 7,000. Here we go. Illegal weapon possession, 237. Sexual offenders, 155. Let's get back to this year. In the second year that Trump was in office, the number fell to 6,698. And for example, burglary, robbery, larceny, theft, and fraud fell from 825 to 347. But look at 2019, folks. Look at 2019. 4,269 criminal non-citizen arrests versus 12,000. It went down 60%. Look at the data. 825 burglaries to 184 burglaries. So the crime disintegrated. And in his final year, 2020, the number went down 50% just from 2019. So this is him prosecuting people, returning them to their country, stopping the fentanyl from coming through, stopping the gangs from coming through, and the numbers plummeted. During the Obama administration, right here in 2016, 1,000 assault and domestic violence arrests, down to 208 in 2020 under Trump. Now, the most miraculous thing is the next year. Watch. See these two numbers? Five-fold increase in domestic violence. 1,000 arrests versus 208. Look at this. 738 robberies versus 143. 1,500 DWIs as opposed to 300. Illegal drug possession trafficking. Almost 2,000 arrests under this year in 2021 in August compared to 386 in the last year of the Trump presidency. So what's happened is it took 4 years for the Obama numbers to fall from 1,000 to 150 in various types of crime, and only 10 months for it to escalate past what Obama had experienced. So here's Obama. The 4 Trump years brought a decline in every type of criminal activity due to the confiscation of drugs, enforcing the law, folks. So we go from a non-enforcement situation where the border is open, where people are scrambling, bringing fentanyl in, down to a much severely reduced number due to vigilance of protecting the border, back to a total reversal again to criminal activity. That's exactly what's happening across the United States. Now, there's an article today. Let me put it on the screen, okay? If you don't believe me, that even Connecticut is now claiming, let's see, Black Lives Matter protester shouts anti-gay. Oh, here we go. Lawmakers in Connecticut for the first time are saying crime is upticking. Look at the article. Calls for action. Let me take myself off the screen. Sorry, folks. What's happening is this. Up till this week, Connecticut has been saying, hey, crime is down, crime is down, crime is down. That's because the prisons are open, the courts are closed, and they're not prosecuting anyone. Okay? This is the first time that Connecticut lawmakers are saying there's an uptick in crime. People are literally being shot in their driveways. People are being dragged from their supermarkets and beaten for no apparent reason, said Ben Proto, chairman of the Connecticut Republican Party. The governor has the ability to call a special session. The legislature has the ability to call a special session. Actually, with Emperor Ned running the show, he's violated the Constitution. He's taken out all safeguards of having a General Assembly that has the legislative power, where the executive power, Lamont keeps renewing his control. And if you look at the connections between D'Alio and Lamont, D'Alio funding Comey mishandling the Hillary Clinton email investigation, and Comey blaming Congressman Himes for the Russian collusion problem. It gets back to D'Alio and Comey working with Lamont with executive power, destroying the state, and you need to wonder why executive orders putting elderly in nursing homes with COVID, which led to so many deaths, doesn't put Ned Lamont in jail. After all, the connection here between the DNC and OxyContin is clear. The Democrats are now accusing their own Democrats of rigging their elections. Tong is under question. Himes is under question. And there's more and more voter fraud in Connecticut being realized. For example, Meriden and Milford now had 39,000 absentee ballots mailed out with the wrong return address. So anyone who voted by mail, those applications may have been intercepted and changed. We don't know. So physical ballots are missing. It's a problem because once you know whose physical ballot is missing, you can change them, and then since they voted by mail, they wouldn't be going to vote in person. So there's problems in Hamden where convicts voted in person when in fact they were actually in jail. There's 211 dead people that voted that we know of, but the fact remains every week there's a new revelation about what type of fraud occurred in Bridgeport, what type of fraud occurred in different towns, and there's even a fraud case in Norwalk, which is pretty substantial. Pictures of ballots taken were never counted. Voters that took pictures of their own ballots were never counted, according to Denise Merrill. So here we go. There are candidates that receive votes in Norwalk, Connecticut that there is no vote for in the tally. Why? Because they were write-in candidates and there were no write-in candidates collected. There's quite a few. So there's a lot of issues coming to a head, and let's see how Themis does tonight with her presentation of how she's going to do and what she's going to do for the state of Connecticut. You know, Dominic Rapini is a bipartisan advocate for voting clarity. Yes, he's a Republican, but he's leaving his GOP identity at the door when he gets elected as your next Secretary of State. And you can guarantee what's important to him is keeping the vote accurate. So have a great day. I'm at 11 minutes. Sorry to bother you, but we're getting a lot more traction. And 2 days ago, our post, we had 175 views, which is pretty good on YouTube, because we're going to use some of these better posts later to boost them to the cities that need to know the facts. And I thank you very much. Go to Flynn 2022, USSenate.com. Go to Win Red. Make small contributions to George Logan, Mike France, everyone running for the GOP, because we need to vote the person, not the party. When you look at the Democrats and their chanting session of vote A all the way, if you vote A all the way, you'll be stuck with Travis Sims, for example, state rep of the 140. His entire family assaults people. His daughter has 2 assaults in the screen. His brother has 1. And Travis assaulted many people in the past. If you want a rep that's known for assault, there's a problem here, okay? Look right now at this article. It's quite interesting. Let me catch your attention one more time. There is a Curtis Sliwa article right here where, oh, you got to see it. It's quite hilarious. Let me take myself off the screen. Let me play you this clip. Watch the abuse this guy takes. Here we go. I think this is it.
To the people! Suck dick!
Oh, that's very open.
This is a Curtis Sliwa,
You don't like gay people? Is that what it is?
Suck dick!
You don't like gay people?
guardian angel, taking abuse from
Why are you telling me to
5 and 6 Black Lives Matter
like gay
people.
people? Is that what the issue
That's
is?
your comeback?
Is that what the issue
I want
is?
you to suck this dick though.
No, is that really what the issue is?
He's in front of Carmine's restaurant.
You're just
I want you to suck
Don't
that
let
dick.
it twist it. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Are you
Hey yo! Hold on. Why are you here? Yo, that's his man. That's Curtis Silver's man.
Look at the big guy here on the right. He's a guardian angel, and he's just canvassing the crowd looking for threats. Now Black Lives Matter can't even control their own people.
Why the fuck are you here? You're not protecting nobody.
And if you can hear what they're saying, I'll tell you, Curtis Sliwa would be excellent as mayor of New York City. This is a resident who lives near Carmine's, which is a family-style restaurant on 96th Street, I think.
Yes, what the fuck where the fuck I want to live. That's where the fuck, yes, where the fuck I want to live. It don't fucking matter. It don't fucking matter. It don't matter, bitch.
I'm not getting out of here. I live here.
I live here. Mr. Penna. who lives on the Upper West Side, handled himself quite professionally, I must say. Let's get back to the post at hand. Thanks for listening. You got to see this unfold, and you got to look at the facts, folks. The purpose of this post was to show that it's clearly demonstrated when Trump was in control that the murder rate went down to 25% of what it is now. So if you have any questions and don't understand why Trump is loved by many, the people who love Trump make Biden jealous. Have a great day.